I'm Nicholas, this is Paolo. We're two of the co-founders of Whichdish, and we're here today as we're getting ready to pitch for an initial round of seed funding. So what is Whichdish? Well, we're an independent online marketplace for businesses in the food industry, while we're solving some key problems for them, while we're also a community platform that helps people find the best food in their area.
So we want to start by telling you a true story of a conversation that we had with restaurant owners. And this is Andy. Andy was running me through some issues that he had running his business, including tough competition, not getting enough customers as he would like to have. And he was complaining about the fact that a new place had just opened around the corner, and he managed to get on the top of the reviews on TripAdvisor, while his reviews were pretty average, out of nowhere. And the wife was helping Andy with social media. He wanted to put his business out there a bit more, but he didn't really have an idea how to advertise his place. Top of the cherry on the top, for Andy is a man walking into his place and proposing to him to put the image of his business on the side of a bin in Customers for £100. Just picture this for a second, the image of your food associated with a bin. So Andy, after a while, has been forced to close his business because he hasn't enough exposure, or because he hasn't found a solution to sort out his business quickly. Now, let's forget about Andy for a second. Let's focus on this. This could be easily Norwich market on a Saturday afternoon. You want to go out and eat with your friends, and you struggle to see what's around. You try to find something that you like, but you don't remember on top of your head all the places that are in the Norwich market cut. And a couple of your friends are vegan and vegetarians as well. That makes everything harder. And after 10 minutes of wandering around and queuing, you decide to call it a day and go back to your usual place where you usually eat.
So let's break down some of those problems. So first off, with so many different online marketing tools out there, what do business owners like Andy use? They spend their time and money on things like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or they focus instead on a personal brand, or they advertise on some of the food platforms like TripAdvisor and Zomato. Most restaurant menus are PDFs, meaning they're not searched by Google, so if a customer's looking for something specific, chances are they're not going to find it organically unless they know about it. If you're looking for specific things like vegan food, gluten-free food, vegetarian, there's nowhere online with all that information in one place. So you have to go to all these different places, try and find what you want. Most customers just give up. One of the other big problems is fake reviews. It's still happening now, it's still affecting businesses, and it's destroying them. So those are some of the problems that businesses face, but really we want to talk about what we're doing so far. So for the past 6 months, we've built an online platform that allows businesses to upload all of the information about themselves, and we present that platform in a unique way to customers via a website and soon to be mobile app. Ever wanted to search through hundreds of restaurant menus in a few clicks? Well, you can do that with Whichdish. You can find vegan, gluten-free, vegetarian food, find exactly what you want on our platform. We want to integrate a dedicated offer section into our platform that allows businesses to create real-time offers, that allows them to also target the customers around them. So, for example, if the business is empty on a Tuesday night, they'll be able to log on, they'll be able to say, I want to put an offer tonight for 20% off, and that will then send a push notification to all of our users and even a targeted email campaign. We're also going to allow for authenticated reviews using our platform. And we solve the problem for fake reviews by only allowing for authenticated reviews on it, and this is going to be like a hub for information as well, so all of the offers that you select as a user will be on there. You'll be able to see a history of previous visits that you've authenticated, and this allows us to do the push notifications and email campaigns. The current tools out there are all tailored towards the industry as a whole and not specific things like independent businesses, which is really unfair because the small businesses out there, for example here in Norwich you've got Jive and Conchina Mia, they don't really have the same budget that people like ZZ and Prezzo have. So from day one we're only ever going to focus with independent businesses, so no change on our platform at all, and that fits with the customer demographic as well. People care more about local businesses, they care more about local food. On Whichdish there's only authenticated reviews, and this solves a problem for a lot of businesses. We've seen a lot of stuff in the media and the news about how fake reviews are killing businesses and how there's businesses out there that you can buy fake reviews from as well. And we've even seen people take this to the next level. That's how this works.
You two are down here. The Shed is the #1 rated restaurant in London. You've got every foodie, celebrity and blogger in the city trying to get a table. The problem is, until now, it didn't exist.
So this was done by one guy out of his shed in London, and he managed to become the #1 rated restaurant out of 18,000. And he tricked them all. And we want to stop that problem from happening.
So why are we doing this now? Why did we build our platform? These numbers really speak by themselves, and we eat out more and more every year. We spend a huge amount of money eating out, and you get platform like Deliveroo and Just Eat, which sort out the issue of the food delivered to us. What about us going to the food? We really haven't changed as a matter of marketing tool in the last 10 years, but in our approaches and attitudes toward foods are in continued evolution, and we want Whichdish to be that kind of evolution. We started here in Norwich because we thought, we love the city obviously, we thought it was the perfect ground as a matter of independent indie businesses, and we want to expand in Norfolk and Suffolk, and then to begin a city in UK and England. What about our competition? So we still yet to find someone that does exactly what we do. Surely you have these businesses that are freemium models that, however, as you could see by the video, can be misleading for different reasons. Their content can be out of date, and the price structure is not extremely clear sometimes. The offer sections of our competition sit in platforms that advertise their offers for every kind of businesses, while we actually want Whichdish to be the place to go to when we talk about food. And finally, they usually and mainly focus on chain and big companies when we want these offers to be advertised just for independent businesses. This is us, 6 of us. You can see some of us around there. And we all come from different backgrounds and skill sets, mostly from the City University of London and University of England, East Anglia, sorry. And we are driven by the same passion, and we haven't spent a single dime on this platform, which is quite an effort at this point.
So what sort of traction have we got so far? Well, we launched Whichdish in August 2018 with 0 businesses on the platform, and we've seen that grow to 40. With a mixture of those either managing the content themselves on the platform or us doing it for them. Our page views are a little over 32,000 at the moment. We've seen our unique users, again under 3,000, but in total users I think that sits around 4,000. One of the interesting things is the average time on our platform sits about 4 minutes, and that's double what most traditional websites are at 2. Organic searches are really going up month on month, and that's because the data that we hold on our platform, so users are able to find that organically via search engines. That's missed at the moment. And one of the big things I think to mention here is we haven't spent a penny in terms of online marketing. Everything has been done organically through social media and through the businesses themselves pushing this. So we've given them things like flyers, posters, stickers, and it's something that they share on their own social media because it allows potential customers to see everything that they have to offer. So how does it work? Well, we're a subscription-based business. We're using the bait and hook method of attracting new businesses, so a very low initial offering to get them on board. They can either manage everything themselves, and we give them access as all automated online, or we can do that for them. And we've learned that based on the feedback from the businesses we're currently working with. We've got deviated to 2 different price sets based on their small business, so something operating in like a food market or a pop-up, and then to a restaurant. And we've got a breakdown of some potential revenues that we think we could generate with a seed round of investment. So our first year, we end on around 360 partner businesses on a subscription model. That's around 11,500 a month in recurring revenue. Our second year, we see that at about 760 businesses. And I think that sits around 23.5. And our third year, we see that jump to just under 1,300, and that's 45,000 a month in recurring revenue. We haven't taken into account any form of revenue for things like offers, and we think we can take a proportion for things like set menus, and even the ability for them being able to publicise some of the stuff that I talked about with regards to marketing campaigns and things like push notifications. We also think it's a great advertising platform, so local businesses can also jump on board, and we can target that for county on county. So we're looking for an initial round of seed investment. We've already completed a friends and family round. We've got seed enterprise investment scheme and advance assurance to raise under that particular fund. We're looking for enough money to give us 12 months runway to really develop our product and hit other areas. We've used grants from UEA and other local bodies. We're currently on the Invest East investment accelerator at the moment. And we're really just looking to further enhance our product so that we can move into other areas. Thanks. Any questions?
Cool.